Hi guys, for those of you that are new to following me, then welcome. For those of you that already follow me on Instagram and have followed me over onto YouTube, welcome back. This is a very special reading dedicated to the Lion's Gateway portal that will open up on the 8th of August 2020. So please note that the energies are interchangeable. They are not gender specific. Please take what resonates and discard the rest. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can email me at moonbutterflytarot@gmail.com. Alternatively, you can direct message me on Instagram, and you can find a list of the services that I offer underneath the highlight section of my page. So just to let you all know, this reading will commence in two halves. The first half is where I'm going to be getting into a bit of an explanation in terms of what the Lionsgate portal is. The second half of this will be based on messages directly from Spirit, using the Oracle and the Tarot to convey those messages to you. And then this video will be closing out with messages of advice in terms of how we can harness this energy and use it to our highest and greatest good. So the first thing that I do want to talk about is the significance of the activation of the 8-8 code. So this is a light code essentially. 8 within numerology represents forward movement. It represents action. It represents attainment. It represents abundance, but it's also symbolic for an infinite amount of possibilities. So this is a very auspicious time, and it comes as great reprieve from a lot of us that have been experiencing a lot of difficulty globally, economically, socially, politically, with what has happened at the sort of beginning of 2020. Now, the Lionsgate portal essentially is a time that happens every single year when the Earth is in alignment with the brightest star, which is Sirius A, which is also known as the dog star. Now, with the Sirius A star moving into alignment with Earth, what happens subsequently, because of the fact that this particular star belongs to the Canis Major constellation, this constellation is situated directly next to Orion's belt. So what happens during this time is, as we see the star move in alignment with Earth, Orion's belt also shifts. Now, where it actually shifts to is quite significant, because it shifts to become aligned with the pyramids at Giza, which is activating this particular portal. Now, Sirius is the brightest star, and when it is aligned on the 8th day of the 8th month, what happens astrologically is that this particular constellation moves in close proximity to both Mars and Jupiter. Now, Mars represents masculine energy. Mars represents the element of fire. And Mars is the ruler of Aries. So it's this energy of forward movement, taking action, taking order, taking control in order to achieve whatever it is your goal or your outcome is. Now, with Jupiter also representing the element of fire and also being a masculine energy, Jupiter is the ruler of Sagittarius, and Sagittarius energy that comes from the planet Jupiter is all to do with forward movement, luck, expansion, growth. So what we're actually seeing is, with the activation of this particular portal, it's going to be pushing us into a direction in which we are taking action towards that which we desire. Now, I use the word desire simply because of the fact that Leo is indicative of the lion. The lion represents the heart. So therefore, this is in connection to not only our actual heart, but our emotions, our feelings, our desires, the things that gives us passion, the things that gives us inspiration. What's really interesting as well is, because of the fact that we're seeing us moving in this direction because of this portal opening, when it does open and we can see it from an aerial view in the actual sky, it emits the highest light that we can see. So it's like the biggest light that you will ever see, simply because of the fact that it's 26 times brighter than any star that we have. So because of this, it becomes a very fortunate time for us, simply because of the luck and the growth that we will experience. Now, what I do want to talk about is the fact that we have had a really shaky start to 2020, in which we have had energetically, we've had 2 stelliums this year, we've had a number of different planets in retrograde season, we've had the eclipse season. So we've gone through a significant change and transformation in the time leading up to this portal, which has caused a great amount of introspection, a great amount of reflection, a great amount of soul searching. So a lot of us have gone through a period of time in which we've experienced the dark night of the soul, in which we're being forced energetically to confront and face the things that A, we are scared of, and B, the things that no longer resonate with us, the things that are no longer for our highest or greatest good, in preparation for this beautiful event. Now, it's really interesting that this happens during Leo season, simply because of the fact that Leo is ruled by the sun. Now, the sun, when it's in Leo, amplifies our first house in astrology, which is all about ourself. It's about our identity, our expression. It's about our goals and our dreams and our visions, what we want to achieve whilst we are here. So this is the perfect, I would say, catalyst in terms of seasons and energy that matches the vibration of the 8-8 portal. And this, with the sun being in Leo, pushes us and forces us to seek that which is going to give us the greatest amount of happiness, joy, fulfillment, abundance, and also prosperity. Now, because of the fact that we're going to be absorbing light codes from this event, what's really interesting is that it was necessary for us to have an energetic clear out or an energetic purge prior to this point, simply because of the fact that this portal will amplify any feelings or any emotions or any unresolved issues that we have failed to address in the seasons prior to this, particularly Gemini and Cancer season. I'm highlighting as times in which we were actually working through a lot of karmic lessons, and what we were doing was trying to repair or choose a different pathway, rather than doing what it is that we've always done and expecting a different result. So because of the fact that this portal emits a very, very high frequency, a very, very high vibration, our energy also has to reach a high frequency and a high vibration, because the energy has to match in order to be able to access and download these light codes. So because of this, we are now in an energetic space, if we've done the work, where we are more receptive and we are more open. So therefore we are in alignment with the divine feminine energy, which helps us to be receptive. So we're receiving. These light codes that we will experience throughout the Lion's Gate portal is very significant, because it has 2 main jobs. The first job is for those that have yet to embark on a spiritual journey. This particular light ascension code will serve as an awakening. So what it will essentially do is activate the consciousness of those that are quote unquote asleep. For those who have already embarked on their spiritual journey and their exploration of themselves, and also their divine life path and their divine life purpose, this particular light ascension code will serve as an elevation. So this, for some people, will be a spiritual ascension code, in which you will be able to, after this portal closes, you will start to tap into greater spiritual gifts that you were unaware that you had. So it will be very unexpected for a lot of you. So this is where we're seeing our vibrations and our consciousness elevating. And everybody's at different stages with regards to that. Now, what's really interesting about this particular portal is the fact that these light codes will not only amplify the energy that we're already feeling, so it's forcing us to go towards greater harmony and balance within oneself, but it will also give us an extra boost of confidence, an extra boost of hope and faith and optimism and positivity and abundance, adopting more of a I can do disposition. So this is very, very positive. So the 88 code and this portal together is symbolic of strength, power, control, doing what it is that we want to do, moving in the direction of our passions, and being very firm and disciplined in achieving our goals, our dreams, and our desires. So I am going to get into the reading now. I'm going to begin. I've already shuffled and selected some cards using the 2 decks. So I'll be using the Numinous Astro deck. I will also be using my Miss Cleo Power Tarot to confirm these messages. So I've already shuffled. I just want to start off with the bottom of the deck energy for the Numinous. So the bottom of the deck energy, we have Aquarius, the innovator. Now this is quite interesting simply because of the fact that what started off and commenced this week was the full moon in Aquarius. Now that particular full moon represents the closing out of one chapter. It represents a conclusion being reached. It represents moving into a new timeline, and it represents a paradigm shift. Now, Aquarius is ruled by the planet Uranus, and Uranus is the planet that encourages us to change, to move into a new direction, to be innovative. It is the energy that gives us the most amount of breakthrough, the most amount of clarity and ideas, how we can improve things, how we can do things better or do things in a more streamlined process. So this also means that because of the fact that this represents significant change, we're talking about gaining more freedom and also gaining more autonomy over what it is that we actually want. And this serves as the overall bottom of the deck energy for this reading. So this is beautiful. This Aquarius full moon was indeed the catalyst. So I do feel intuitively that this is going to be a very powerful Lionsgate, probably one of the most powerful Lionsgate in a while, simply because of what's been happening astrologically. So I'm going to be revealing the cards. So we've got the Numinous, we have the North Node, we have Aries, and we also have, final, last but not least, we've got Saturn. So I'm going to be talking about each one of these cards, and I will bring them closer to the camera for you to have a look at. So we have the Numinous here. So this is beautiful. The Numinous represents the hidden. It represents the unseen. It represents the subconscious. This is also divine feminine energy. The Numinous for me is indicative of, or the energy is similar to that of Neptune in Pisces. So it's all about the unseen, the hidden, the unknown, esoteric knowledge. It's about tapping into your intuitive abilities and your intuitive gifts. And it's about being able to see things in the clearest perspective. That's what I'm going to say. See things in the clearest perspective, because the planet Neptune deals with illusions and it also deals with deception. So for me, I'm seeing the Numinous card in a very, very similar energy in which we are able to see things as it occurs or as it's happening. So for me, this is pointing to the fact that the light codes that we're going to be receiving during this Lionsgate portal is going to be one of activation for a lot of people, for those that are that have not yet begun, I should say, their spiritual journey. For others, I'm seeing this as a time in which you will develop and grow intuitively, spiritually. You are going to be able to tap into other gifts and other abilities that you have not had before. So this is going to be a time of great revelation. And I would say it's a deeper connection to spirit, a deeper connection to your emotions, but also it's a deeper connection to understanding who you are. So essentially, this particular portal is going to dive deep into us knowing who we are and knowing what it is that we want, because it's all focused on self, simply because of the fact that the sun is positioned and stationed in Leo season, and the sun is also the ruler of the first house, which is all about ourself and our identity. So, North Node. This is really interesting simply because of the fact that the North Node card is talking about the fact that we are going to be moving towards our divine life path and our divine life purpose, destiny. So this is understanding now that we want to do things with meaning. We want to do things with more purpose. We are going to be fulfilling our dreams and our goals through pursuing our purpose, through the things that we are most passionate about. And I've been saying this for months. And when we actually had the nodes shift in May this year, what we saw is that the North Node in particular moved from Cancer into Gemini. Now, Gemini is an air sign, and Gemini is all about your thoughts. But Gemini is ruled by the planet Mercury, which deals with communication. It deals with what it is that we are able to not only communicate to others, but what we're able to receive. So for me, this particular card is talking about the fact that there is going to be greater communication and self-expression, focusing on what it is that we actually want, simply because of the fact that we receive this boost of energy and this boost of confidence because of the fact that we are in Leo season. And Leo season is empowering every zodiac sign right now. The next card that we've got is Aries, which represents the radical. Now, this is very significant simply because of the fact that when we see the Lionsgate portal open, which is when Sirius becomes in alignment with Earth, it's actually situated very closely to Aries and also Jupiter. So Aries is the emperor energy within tarot. So it's about authority, it's about order, it's about structure, it's about control, it's about taking action. This is divine masculine energy. So can you see we've got divine feminine energy represented by the Numinous and divine masculine energy represented by Aries in the zodiac sign of, Aries being ruled by the planet Mars. So this is absolutely beautiful. So we are going to be focused on moving in a direction where we are not taking anything, but we're taking only the things that we enjoy. So we're only going to be taking options or moving towards options and opportunities that are going to give us the most amount of happiness, joy, success, prosperity. And I see a lot of people standing firm in terms of their conviction towards what it is that they want. The next card that we have is Saturn, and Saturn is the ruling planet of the zodiac sign Capricorn. And when we see Saturn, Saturn is the sort of knowledgeable, fatherly, disciplinarian planet. So it's all about focusing on how do we make things structured and ordered and disciplined? How do we create boundaries around things? So for me, the Saturn energy that's appearing in this reading is talking about the fact that as a result of our consciousness awakening, or as a result of us already being on a spiritual journey through connecting to that divine feminine energy, we are going to be taking action with the energy of Aries and also the North Node energy. We're going to be taking action towards that which we seek, because we are now aware of what it is that gives us the greatest amount of happiness, and we're moving in a direction in which we can achieve this. And we are standing firm. We are holding ourselves accountable for how we live our lives and what makes us achieve the best results. Whether you have talents in music, whether you have talents in art or literature or design or construction or philosophy or performance art. So this is absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to be using my deck now to confirm. So we're going to confirm the Numinous. So the card that we have is the Three of Swords. So the Three of Swords has appeared here simply because of the fact that we're moving into a time in which we are experiencing growing pains, simply because of the fact that Swords represents the element of air. It's to do with our thoughts and how we process our information. Three is about growth and expansion. It's about forward movement. So we're moving past the things that have caused us the most amount of heartache and pain. We've come to a realization that this is no longer what serves us well or serves our highest good, and we are seeking to move forward past this particular time period. So for me, this represents healing. This represents healing on an emotional level. This represents healing on an energetic level. This represents healing on a spiritual level. So it's about us coming to a realization that what we were doing before doesn't actually make us happy, and therefore we're pursuing what does. Confirmation of the Three of Swords, please. Ooh. So we have the Hermit. So again, the Hermit for me is a confirmation that this is Virgoan energy. So this deals with the element of earth. So this for me is a confirmation that we're going to be focusing on going within, introspection, reflection, connection to our intuition, connection to our ancestors, connection to our highest consciousness, and moving in a way in which we are seeking answers in terms of how we can achieve our goals, our dreams, our destiny. So this is absolutely beautiful. Okay. I'm going to confirm the North Node. Why is the North Node here, please? So we have the Empress. Beautiful. Number 3. So notice how we've got 2 3s on the board now. So we've got the 3 from the Three of Swords, which appears here. And then we also have the 3 from the Empress. Now, I love this card. And the reason why I love this card is simply because of the fact that there are quite a few messages that are really important. The first message from this card is about us staying in the energy of the divine feminine, staying in an energy in which we are open and receptive to the blessings that are coming towards us as a result of going through this Lion's Gate portal. Now, 3 not only represents growth and expansion and fertility, the birth of something new, but the Empress energy is Taurus energy. So it's to do with the planet Venus, and Venus rules Taurus, and Venus is the planet that not only governs love, but it also governs money. So therefore, we are moving towards that which makes us happiest, that which we love, but we're moving towards that which gives us the greatest amount of abundance. So for me, this is symbolic of that energy. And this is a confirmation of the North Node. So for me, people are going through a period of self-actualization in which they're understanding that they can actually have the life that they want and desire. But it requires movement, and it requires being confident and totally trusting in spirit and trusting in divine. Why is the Empress here? So we have the Fool. So here we've got the Empress, which is about being patient, waiting, being open, being receptive, understanding that everything that you want is going to work out. Confirmed by the Fool, which is 0 in the major arcana. It has absolutely no value, but what it does show us, the value 0 is about the fact that there is an infinite amount of possibilities. The Fool, for me, is embarking on a journey of discovery, growth, and expansion, but totally trusting and believing in the universe, trusting in spirit, trusting in the divine, and understanding that by staying in a positive and optimistic disposition is how you achieve what it is that you want. Blind faith. So what you're being told here is to take a leap of faith. Be patient and wait for your opportunity, but take a leap of faith towards that which you want and that which you desire. Understanding that during this time, you are going to be supported by the divine. Beautiful. So the next card that I'm going to be confirming is the Aries card. Sorry, I have to fix these, otherwise it really annoys me. So let's change the camera angle a bit better. Okay, so we're going to be confirming Aries. Why is Aries here? Okay, so we have, what do we have? We've got the sun. So this is absolutely beautiful. So for me, the fact that we can see the energy of the sun being present, this is double fire energy. So we've got the energy of Mars, we've got the energy of the sun. This is divine masculine energy. And this is about taking action. This is about forward movement. This is about moving towards the things that give you the most amount of happiness, joy, success, prosperity, and abundance. And it's also telling us with this little child here to adopt a childlike disposition, to be open to unexpected fortune, to be open to unexpected blessings, to understand that the universe is here to encourage us to be the highest and best versions of ourselves. And that if we choose to make this action forward to change how we're doing things, that we will be supported during this growth, this development, this expansion within our life. And if we add 1 and 9 together, that gives us the number 10. So for me, this is significant because it's talking about a new beginning, new opportunities, new blessings. So this is beautiful. Bottom of the deck energy that I'm seeing here at the moment, 10 of coins, abundance, success, again, confirmation of new beginnings, being grounded, having everything that you seek and you desire, being comfortable, getting to a point where you know exactly who you are, what you want, and how you're going to achieve it. This is absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to confirm the sun. Okay, and we have justice. Beautiful. So this is double confirmation that anything that you do during this particular time is going to be successful. So we've got number 11 in the major arcana, the justice card. 11 is not only a very spiritual number, but it's also a master number. So 1 is a masculine number. It represents absolution, and it represents the connection from the spiritual to the physical realm. Now, on the Aquarius full moon, we had a double 1111 portal activated. So on this Lionsgate portal, the reason why we're seeing this 11 number again is simply because of the fact that it's a reminder that balance and harmony is coming into our life to be restored. So justice is the energy of Libra, which represents the element of air. Justice represents what is fair, what is right, what is just. So for me, this is about a confirmation that Leo season is indeed the season of blessings. And not only is the energy coming into alignment in terms of the gap between the masculine and the feminine energy, which I believe was bridged by this Aquarius full moon, but it also represents harmony and alignment coming into our lives with regards to what it is that we want, and understanding that luck is on our side and that divine is supporting us at this time to achieve what it is that we want, and we're being told to take the action. I'm going to pull one more card, which is a confirmation of the Saturn card, so bear with me. Why is Saturn here, please? Okay, so we've got the Devil here, which again represents Saturn energy, because this is the energy of Capricorn. Why is the Devil here, please? Okay, and we have the Judgment card. So for me, these two cards are talking about the fact that we need to take accountability, take responsibility, not blame it on somebody else, but take charge and take action towards that which we want. So for me, the Judgment card here is about us letting go. It's about making the choice to move forward, release the past, acknowledge what it is that we want in the future, and choose to move towards that. So for me, this is a confirmation that we are now moving into a state of higher consciousness where we are making choices and decisions that are going to give us the results that we want. So moving towards our greatest and our highest good, and allowing spirit to work on our behalf, allowing spirit to be able to propel us and push us into the positions that we are capable of. So I also feel like with this Judgment card, it's also talking about an awakening of the world, awakening of individuals, awakening of our consciousness, and for us to be able to take accountability and responsibility for our actions, for our thoughts, for our emotions, for our development emotionally, spiritually, and also materially. So I hope that this has helped. I hope that this has resonated. I am going to close out this reading with some cards of advice to find out how we can best harness this energy. And I'm going to be using the Angels of Abundance to close out this reading. So we have, perfect, take a divinely guided chance is one piece of advice from Spirit. Oops, too many. Whoa, okay, there's quite a few cards that have come out. So let's see what we've got here. I'm going to put these all back. I'm going to shuffle once more just so we can get a clearer message. One more card, please, Spirit. Okay, we've got two. I'm going to have to take it. So we've got Bountiful Nature and we've got Pay Yourself First. Bottom of the deck energy is Detox Your Friendships. Some of you are in friendships that are no longer conducive to your highest good. They are not propelling you into the direction that you need to be in. And Spirit is telling you you need to let go of the past in order to embrace forward movement and embrace these blessings that are coming towards you. Now, take a divinely guided chance is very important because it's telling you that you need to go with the flow. You need to follow Spirit where Spirit goes. You need to allow for these changes to occur within your life, because as a result of you exploring where Spirit is leading you, it's going to give you greater amount of opportunities, but also a greater amount of abundance, which is essentially going to make you feel happy. It's going to make you feel more emotionally and spiritually fulfilled and aligned. The next card that we've got is Bountiful Nature. So Bountiful Nature is talking about the fact that this particular energy that we're going to be feeling from the Lionsgate portal is going to put us into a higher vibration. So it's very important at this time that you protect your energy. I would say ensure that you are cleansing regularly, have lots of baths, particularly spiritual baths. Ensure that you're saging your house or Palo Santo in your house in order to remove any stagnant energy, meditating, journaling, reading tarot, booking an appointment with your spiritual advisor, going to speak to your astrologist about what's going on, and literally spending your time grounding and connecting to nature, connecting to Mother Earth, connecting to your intuition, because this is how you're going to receive the information and the guidance in terms of how you can move forward on the ideas that you would have received during the Aquarius full moon that's going to propel you into action on Lionsgate on the 8th. The last card that we have as advice is Pay Yourself First, and it says make yourself your most important financial obligation by setting aside a portion of your income every time you are paid. This loving form of self-care ensures that you'll have savings to invest in your present and your future. So Spirit is saying that your abundance is going to be increasing as a result of your abundance increasing because you're moving towards your divine life path or purpose. You need to start ensuring that you're saving your money. So I hope that this has helped. I hope that this has resonated, and I will see you all again very soon. Take care. Bye.